to New Orleans and Yulman Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Memphis Tigers and the Tulane Green Wave. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Green Wave head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Washington. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Right back to him on the ground. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Makes the catch. It's Richardson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
He'll get rid of it. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Tulane!
And they talked about it coming into this game, guys. They were going to be aggressive. They had an opportunity. Could have kicked the field goal? Absolutely not. Hammer down, they stay aggressive, and they strike first in this football game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. To the air, it's Nolan. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to throw, it's Nolan. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the...
Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Tigers! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, he'll throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll pull it down. Slides pass. And a long, great awareness on the scramble.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Working that left side now. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Nolan. Gonna take a shot. He's got it on the right. Hits the crease. Past the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive, a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Makes a pass to Marker. At the 45 on his way. There he goes to the right. The 10. To the house. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this, and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And he puts through the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, This offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice gain by the offense.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Gonna run it. It's Dupree. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Quick completion on the out. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They give it to him again. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
I love when offenses are stubborn and they run the football. That's a really good thing. Those are body blows that sometimes throughout a game can lead up. But the offensive line, they got to pave a little bit better room. Like, there needs to be a little bit more room so this guy can break free and get in the open field, try to make a play. Now it's 3rd and 6, so now probably a...
Makes the grab in their space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with mechanics. And you can tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. It's complete to the left. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country, and that time making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up fourth.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Memphis. And they take it in for 6 more points. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of the game with a touchdown drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Tulane right back to the line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets it.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And this defense has to be ready for this. The offense likes to be aggressive. They like to take shots. That won't be the last time they try one of these 50-50 type balls down the boundary. Defense better be ready.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got rid of it just in time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and will take the penalty. And we don't expect to see another play here. They'll just take a knee and head to the break, all tied up. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 3 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Seminoles looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top. against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons. And social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll start this third quarter with a run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times they're fit up front. You know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it first and goal with the 1. Here's Brown. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown on 4th down. Touchdown, Tulane! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. With the catch, it's Fox. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The run inside. It's Covey. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm. And I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
Snagged out of the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They'll run for it. Off and running. The 30, the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. 3rd touchdown of the game. A 3rd of his season total. He now has 9 on the year. The extra point here would tie the game.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Tulane right back to the line. On 3rd down, here's Brown. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Shoved back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. One more time, it's Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Green Wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
He makes the grab.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Dupree. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Right back to the well. There's a crease. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Running inside. It's Brown. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now Pass is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. The Memphis Tigers offense ready to set up shop. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than he's blocked, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock.
Got a little grass. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Breaks into the open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Punts it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Dupree. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Just feeds the running back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. On the move, it's McClure. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Tulane right back to the line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
I like the idea defensively here, too, now. You got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen, like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On the move. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're working that left side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a...
Oh, he's got some space. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richardson. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard.
Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Green Wave strike right back. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! Into the end zone with a breakaway score. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. He unleashes a long one. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Memphis. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Richardson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Here's a throw downfield late. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game.